Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, my number one is Dead Rising 3, the Operation Broken Eagle DLC.
Okay.
It's the first piece of... there's going to be 4, I believe, pieces of DLC for Dead Rising 3, and they're all side stories. They're called the Untold Stories of Los Perditos, so you play as a different character each time, which I really like the idea of doing it that way. So all of the stories, I think, are going to happen concurrently with the main story, and you'll see how they affect what happened in the main game, which I think is a really cool...
Yeah, I like that.
I'm sure it's going to be a really cool idea, I hope, anyway. In this one, you're this Spec Ops commander called Adam Kane, and you have to basically go into Los Perditos and do a load of things and kidnap the president, because she apparently has gone soft on how to tackle the infected. And it's a little bit darker. I mean, one of your duties involves gassing any illegals that are... illegals are civilians who refuse to be vaccinated against the zombie outbreak, so it's quite dark. You have to find their safe houses and infect them, although that's a side mission, so you don't have to do it. There's no co-op, which is a real shame, because I have played the main game on single player, but it's so superior on co-op. It's definitely a co-op game through and through. But you do get to keep everything. Your power weapons, vehicles, collectibles are all where they should be and stuff. So you can continue doing stuff. You know, if you want to build your rank up, it's all still the same. It's set entirely at night, so the game's not given the chance to look as good as it can, because it looked best when you it was the daytime and you could see a lot. And the main set piece, or the centerpiece, I should say, of the DLC is kind of rubbish, because you have to transport this vehicle back to your squad, but they block even more roads off because it's complicated to get around, because you use this motorway and you have to fight. It's made even more complicated, and although it's a military RV, apparently it's made of paper, so if you take a wrong turn and you get lost in the city, apparently you're done for, because you die quite quickly. I just thought that was quite a lame, for the big action scene of the DLC. I thought that was a little bit lame. It's about 2 hours long, 2.5 hours it took me, and that's fine. I did a few side bits. There are a lot of collectibles you can sort of... there are a lot of sort of side things to do. I did a fair few of them, but as always, it's so tempting to just find... if you drive past a load of zombies, jump out, stand on top of a car and just massacre a load of them. It's a little bit difficult to recommend as a standalone purchase, because on its own I think it's about £8. Right. Obviously, if you buy the season pass, you'll save, but that involves banking on the subsequent episodes being better than this one. I enjoyed it. I genuinely enjoyed it, because I was looking for an excuse to play some more of this, and this gave me a decent excuse. I mean, the duration is a little bit of a problem, but I haven't done all of it yet. I'm going to go back in and do some of the side things, because the problem is, or not really the problem, but like Dead Island, which I kept confusing this with when I spoke about it before, the combat and the situations you get into are so enjoyable that the fact that you're only really doing fetch quests essentially doesn't make any difference, because the funny stuff happens either way, and it's still enjoyable despite the sort of straightforward nature of some of the side missions. But I did enjoy it. I sincerely hope, though, that it's onward and upward from here, because I want this to be the least ambitious. But then again, and I've said this before also, the fact that it doesn't... there's no illusion of content. It's 2.5 hours long, bang, and it's out. It doesn't drive you around the houses, giving you the illusion of more game just by making things drawn out. It's just a bish bash, done. 2.5 hours, like I said. So it's a difficult one. It's too short. It's a little bit pricey on its own, but I enjoyed it, and I just hope that the next few episodes are better than this one.